All right. So a quick trade recap on GU. Let me just take this back a bit. So we didn't get any trades on the London session. As you can see, Asia high was trending to the upside. Asia high was taken. Asia high liquidity. Price pulled back to this area of interest right here, which is a supply. A demand zone, and then just took off. We wanted to see a break of these highs, pull back to a zone. If not that one, let's see what the 5-minute looks like. Yeah, I think this is the one we had. So maybe pull back to this area here and then take off to the upside. That would have been a beautiful trade. However, that didn't happen. So no valid trades for London. Price kept on rallying to the upside. We saw a huge rally, base, and then came here, gave us some highs. We saw some resting liquidity on there. Price took it out, big push to the downside, took out our early buyers, and then rallied again to the upside. Now, this is where things got a bit interesting. If we look at price action as we continued, we see that we were forming higher highs. Structure is clearly broken. And then as we kept on going, we had New York open. A lot of volatility came into the market. And with that volatility comes also opportunity. Now, we can see that the range is here. We've seen our range high being formed. We've seen our range low being formed. So we either want a break to the upside or a break to the downside to confirm our bias for the session. Now, as price kept on moving, we saw our range, price action was still ranging within that hour of price action. And then we saw a clear break, possibly to the downside. But what we want, this one is still not very clear, but I think we're still wicking around. What we want is a definitive break to the downside, if that's where we're going. And we get that confirmation here. Now, looking back at previous price action, if we just look to the left, we can see that before this was a big displacement with that massive, some people might call it a Mariposa candle, but massive engulfing candle as well. So that is a one point of interest. We also could have another point of interest somewhere around there. I'm going to drop down to the 3-minute and see what we have here is a 3-minute fair value gap. So I'll put a pending order there, and then I will put half a position possibly there. Let's see if I fib it from there to there. I think that falls right into that 71 level. So that works for me. Have a position here. I'll possibly target those highs. This would be a wide stop. 8 pip stop on GU for New York is quite massive in that sense. But we want to see if it comes this way. Then maybe if we lose this one, we get the other one in profit. So I'm just going to do that. I'll put my TP there. We can also target some inefficiencies down here. But I think that's a good level. So let's see what price did. We got a good pullback. We were wicked into a very fast position and it missed our second position right there. Nice drop. Very nice melt into our TP. A good 1:2. I think I was happy with that result. And for this pending order, so we got filled on one. This one was filled. We were not filled on that one. And with time, as price kept on moving, I think we'll just cancel this order. However, it'll be interesting to see how price keeps playing out. If we were targeting to that one, yeah, price is now ranging. I think I'd be out of that trade. Yep, actually, that's where we are currently in price action. Good trade on GU as well. I'm happy with at least this one. And if we got this one filled in, I think that would have been double whammy, as they say. But again, you don't win all the time. We're going to look at one other trade, which is gold. I was looking at the same price action on gold. Possibly, I was looking for, yep, let's do gold. So gold London session. Let me just bring this back here. So gold, London session. So we can see price action. We got liquidity was taken. Did I do this video on gold? Possibly. I'm just going to run through it. Asia liquidity was taken before our opening range, before our range here. So that was a quick invalidation telling me that buys might not be very valid. However, let's see what price action does. We saw a big clean break of structure off and above the range. With that said, maybe we fib all the way. That's our 70s zone. And let's see, sometimes luck plays out and sometimes it just doesn't. But according to the rules, yep, that one we were taken out instantly. As you can see, my comment here was that it's invalid because Asia high was already taken. So resting liquidity there was going to be a challenge. However, we have taken Asia lows. So meaning the buyers might have come in control. With that liquidity taken, we've seen this big rejection candle right here. So that might be a good place to enter. If you are late entry and not doing, if you're doing market execution and not necessarily pending orders or limit orders, this would have been a good entry with the 2 candle confirmation right all the way to the upside. That's what I would have been targeting, previous highs right here. And your TP would have been hit. Beautiful. Now, with that said, New York session came about. We saw the opening range. Let's look at our 5 minutes. I'm tending to enjoy the 3 minutes at the moment. Okay, look at the 5 minutes. We can see that we have the lows here. We have our high there. Let's see what breaks first. We either get a break to the upside or a break to the downside. Either of them gives us a bias of sorts, and then we look for our entry. Now the range keeps on. Price action on gold today was a bit weird. Again, it's a Monday, so you never know what the markets are saying. Yes. So okay. So we get a break of sorts to the downside. This one is somewhat valid, if I would say. Sticking to the books, I would fib from the low to there, and then look for maybe an entry here. That was possibly my first one. Then look for some sort of supply zone. I'll drop down to the 3 minutes, see what was there. Okay, so we have a fair value gap there. That was my first pending order right here in this zone, in this imbalance right there. That's my first order, as you can see there. And then I'll put my second order somewhere here on the extremity, although price doesn't necessarily always come back there. So in this case, it's probably not going to come back. However, we do have this interesting supply right here, that one. So that could be it. But because gold being gold, I know it's a bit aggressive. So I was anticipating it to come back that way, take out this resting liquidity here, do some sort of wicking around, and then possibly drop to the downside, take out these lows, and then aim for some other lower lows. However, let's see what price action did. You can see it didn't quite come back to our level of interest. So it almost did. It actually did. If I took a position here, which I didn't, let's see, what would I have done here? I would have put a position there, maybe half the size, and then aimed for some lows down there. If I did that, would I have been in profit by this time? It would have just been dancing around, and that's my current time. So no trades on gold today. We try again tomorrow.